What's up, everybody? How you doing? Pre-markets, futures and stocks. Non-farm payrolls today. Futures first because of non-farm payrolls though. All right. Futures. All right, let's just have a look at the futures. First, NQ. Everybody's favourite. Don't know why. It's so crazy. But here we go. In any case, so this one's done now. So NQ, we had a buy side pull sitting down here. We literally tapped into it not so long ago. And it has just rallied off there. So this was the micro sell side here from A, B. This had been holding all day. This had held. This had held. So short all the morning on NQ in the Globex session. And then we've spiked down into this liquidity pool, rejected off it with a nice 2-minute bar there. And away we went. So that is where we are with NQ. Now you've got non-farm payrolls coming up in about 40 minutes. So we'll see what happens here. But for me, these are the two key levels for non-farm payrolls because we've done nothing. If we just bring this out to 30 minutes, right? We've pretty much done nothing since that push up to all-time highs. There was the retest of the previous all-time high, and now we've held a buy-side pull. So look at the size of that bar. What will happen? Are we going to new all-time highs again today? That would be above 126 if we get it. So we'll see what we've got there. But yeah, we can get trapped here. I'm expecting one of these to break on non-farm payroll. Could be, wicks up and down, right? Could be wicks above the sell side into the previous or just below the previous. But we don't know what's going to happen. All I do know is we haven't come back down for this in the day, right? NQ likes to run and then come back for it almost the very next day. So we'll see what happens. At the minute, it's just holding the highs above the previous high. So buy side held. Let's see. Non-farm payroll is going to crack one of these. It's either going to be above 103, 19,103, or it's going to be below 19,037. But watch out again because we've kind of got new all-time high at 125 and the previous all-time high at 22. So, and I'm guessing, here's a thought, if I took that low to that high, best execution, look at that. Oh, that's the order that plays out, isn't it? So this box here is the issue, right? That's actually what we've got to break out from as well for that to happen, because this last push down today is giving us best execution up there at the all-time highs at 126 and at the previous all-time highs at 21. So it's funny how that all works out, isn't it? But that's what we've got at the moment. Let's fade that out a little bit, but that's what is kind of happening. That's what we draw on the small caps right at the very bottom of the trends there. So that's NQ. ES, same, isn't it? It's just exactly the same. ES was leading on this breakout above this key level before it went for all-time highs. So ES done it before NQ. We haven't quite tapped into its buy side. Oh, but there we go. There's the alert going off to the Discord to let people know we are just entering a sell side liquidity pool. And we want to be able to see if we're getting any rejection off that. Now, I think everyone's going to sit on hands until that news comes out in a bit. But it'll be, again, interesting to know. If we break above this, looks different. Looks different, because if I'm taking that most recent swing here to that high, this gives us a bigger level, right? This is up here at 5,380 for best execution, and just below that buy side pull at 350. So different level there. So ES is can actually put in all-time, like new all-time highs in order to get its best execution. But we'll see what they do. But that's it right now. Again, if you break below 350, you've got a gap down to 327 here to play. And then, again, look for... Yeah, we've got alerts on there. I should have us alert on the buy side. I'll add an alert to underneath here as well. So if we break down below... Because if we break down below, then we're going to fill this gap here. That's no longer relevant. Let's take that alert off. Yeah, so that's what we're looking for, is that gap filled to the downside, or we're going to break new highs. And remember, if we do put new highs in, this is what can catch everybody out, especially on non-farm payroll with the wick. If we're using that buy side or we don't use the buy side right now, it doesn't matter. But if we now foul and the news comes out, if we wick up to that best execution, we can come all the way back down for that, accumulate, and then start to do something later on in the day, or break below and continue down here. But it's key to watch these levels. The levels are good for the hold or the break. It's just assessing as price gets in there which one you're going to use. That's ES. CL, crude oil, has broken out of its best execution for the swing today. So you can see there's exactly the same swing we've drawn there. Best execution, that alert has just gone off to let people know that, you know, either it's working or we're pushing through it. Currently we're pushing through it. This is letting us know if we go and break out the upside. The gap is between 76.45 and 77.33 and above, right? We can use all of this if we want to. That's what it's looking like. We called this on yesterday's stream, which was this buy side pull was bouncing. We had a huge one here that already kind of worked to the left once here near there, and then we started crashing down through it, and then we had another buy side stacked and buy side here, 1, 2, 3. Off we went to the races to the upside, with yesterday a benchmark confirming. This was a nice little play down here yesterday on a 5 minute. Yeah, looked like chop, right? Kind of at the open, but quite readable chop. So we come into the benchmark from the run down, hit it twice. This one took out liquidity level number 2, then push up to the sell side, down to the buy side, up to the sell side, down to the buy side, and that was then the run at kind of 10.45, red to green. Each of these, look, on the 5 minute chart, red to green at the buy side pull, red to green in the benchmark, red to green in the buy side pull, red to green in the sell side pull. That's how we're looking for it. Now we've got up to this level, and different to these, we are working this level. working this level up here, and that is mainly going to be because we've probably hit the benchmark for what was yesterday's run. So yeah, we have hit that benchmark, and we're through it now, actually holding the back side of it right now. So that was kind of the target for the run yesterday. Bit like small caps, they all have their benchmark for the day. Doesn't mean to say they can't put in a double day, but that was it. So now pre-market, we was using this. Where was it? From this high to this low, we came in and we put sell side in there. So sell side in there was a short this morning on crude. There was another one just there if you missed the first one, and then if you wanted the next one, there's one there, right? And then we pushed down again, didn't break out really to the bottom of that sell side liquidity before we reversed out of it. Now it didn't go for its buy side pull, so we'll check that. It didn't go for the buy side pull. It has gone for breaking the highs deeper in. So this is still valid. But we've got another one from this A to this B. Let's see if that's actually pushing up even further. Whoop. Yeah, it is. So we're going to move that alert up there. We're going to push that over there. And in you come. So now, crude can push down to grab some liquidity, or it can break above 76.44, and then there's a gap to 77.34 up there as well. Okay, that's huge. So there could be a huge move on crude, or we could just pull back here and not have a huge move. But we'll see. Again, 30 minutes till that news. Gold, I played gold this morning on the short side. Gold again yesterday. These levels are beautiful on these futures trades. So the buy side pull in actually reached down for the New York close of the previous day there, so we pushed just below it. Then again, sell side green to red, down to the buy side red to green, and then up, and then another one, this A to B, pushed down into it, red to green, and the moving averages. And away we go. Oh, another shot at it here, and then up. There's the volume coming in at that sell side liquidity pool. Look at that. That's an indication right there that you're going to come off of those levels. That was 1 a.m. this morning. So we then held the close of New York, tapped into it, and then we crushed, and literally did crush. What we had down here was a buy side pull. A bigger buy side pull, got acknowledged, nearly teased me with a long there, but I didn't. I held off because we didn't break these momentum moving averages coming down, and then we have tapped into that buy side at 2,350, and we've obviously gone red to green here, but we haven't quite have done it with any gusto. But let's have a look. My guess is we're still in a manipulation zone. Yeah, you were just wicked into that manipulation. So really, unless we can break out of that area, let's get to the actual highs. Yeah, so that's kind of the key to anything. This is the spread down below now. That spread is going to dictate a bit. Where would that actually be? Benchmark 2 is aligned with the sell side liquidity. Benchmark 1 is smack in the middle. So I don't have, I mean, would that align from that pullback? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of there, but so manipulation zone. We're not going to go any higher with gold if we can't break out of 356. If we do break out of 356, there's a couple of levels in between this, right? Just generally separated out. So you might work 58 and 63. But yeah, we can work our way then up to this area. If we break this area, then we're going for benchmark 2, which is aligned with the sell side liquidity. That all kind of lines up and makes sense. So that is your gold. We've done NQ, we've done gold, we've done crude. All right, then now let's have a look at I don't know, what's NVIDIA doing out of NVDA is, well, how many of these are holding to the upside over the past few days? Yes, buy. Now I think this one. No. All right. Did we already work? Oh, come on. Did we already work out of that? No. All right. So NVIDIA is using this buy-side liquidity pool. I know a lot of people are thinking, well, it might be right, it might be wrong that NVIDIA is controlling the indexes at the moment. But who knows? So the sell side is up there. The most recent swing on NVIDIA. Ooh, right here, right now. So it gets exciting pre-news, which I probably won't personally trade, but it's super volatile, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see how I'll wrap this up beforehand. But this is what we've got. We've got a sell-side liquidity pool sitting here on NVIDIA. We're not going to get up to 232 unless we break. This is actually gone now, effectively, because we used it all up. So unless we break kind of 218 and hold above, that will take us to 234. Could go up to 43, and then it's how far it's got above, because that target's going to be huge spread. It's going to be up there at it's going to be up there at 1300. So that's the target to go for, and like I say, when things are at all-time highs, the market still works, which is why I rarely look very far to my left, other than pre-market or the previous close, that sort of thing. So all usually calculated from the most recent kind of lows and pre-markets to kind of dictate what is going to occur with kind of usually a higher probability. So NVIDIA just pushed that there again on the kind of liquidity providers switching their machines on. And that's NVIDIA. Anyway, let's get to some small caps off the futures. Where's my Friday? All right, let's see if there's anything from yesterday and the day before. All right, VRAX right at the bottom of its buy-side pool. If we hear VRAX on the scanner, but this is backside and done. This is the resting buy-side pool. So beautiful short on the early birds pre-market there. Got another opportunity from that latest swing, didn't we, on the open? From that A to, I won't go with the liquidity switch on, but the low before that, so that would have been the sell side for the open, which bounced up there twice, and then you faded for the day. So that's VRAX. So this is done for me unless we see some severe volume on those scanners this morning from VRAX. But other than that, I'm not concentrating on it. SYTA we had again. I don't think there's anything to do here. There was a beautiful sell side liquidity on the open. There was an even better one up at the bogey level, just shy of this benchmark 2 as well. Hopefully you all caught some of that. Sell side, so this was from yesterday's alerts, and that is pretty much done, right? That is, if anything, if you're looking to get something out of those, if you're looking for anything out of SYTA, because it is totally backside. We are looking for 155, 163, somewhere in that. That would be a nice short. But in terms of where it, in terms of a target, it's pretty much where it's coming from, which will be that last kind of push. Where that sell side is would be 130. Let's call it 130. 130 target on SYTA. AMD yesterday again. It was done. It was a benchmark 2 play. Beautiful pre-market. I don't know whether the open caught that, but that was the pre-market play called yesterday. Yeah, there was one there. Look, so that had been from 80 cents down to 60 and ended up about 40. Oh no, 50s. So if you like your under $1 plays, there was a short there. ISPC we've done as well. Same sort of thing. Nothing going on today. Whoops. SXTC. What was kit anyway? Oh no, seriously, kind of low. Yeah, that was just one and done in the pre-market. Really, is that coming back? Wow. I don't know if anyone's looking at this. I've not got it on the money scanner as yet, but wow. But we are looking at 14 to 16, and we've just worked out of it. But that's going to be liquidity switch on, so I'm not too fussed with that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's your buy side. All right, so straighten this guy up because I'm leaning over here a bit. So that's your buy side, Paul. I don't have any interest in this necessarily, but that's your sell side up there. Liquidity switch on, acknowledging the sell side as it so regularly does. Going for this. Have I not added all these from this morning to my watch list? Because these are all obviously not. All right, let's take a look then. Let's have a look at what's on today. VS. Not that VS, is it? Although that VS, that VS is actually a long-term play. Yeah, so that's the small cap breakers strategy where you're looking for that bottom feeding volume, and then you're looking to play the upside off of that swing in the manipulation right there. So you can literally get in on that close above at 75 cents, put your stop below at 72. Oh my God, a 3 cent stop, and you go all the way up to $1, and you've just tapped into benchmark 2. I don't know. That's not the VS we're talking about today. VS Industries looks like a short to me, but we'll see. But that isn't the VS I'm talking about. What's on the scanner today is Versus Systems. So similar thing, but this is the usual stuff we see on our small caps. This isn't the... I mean, they all work the same. It's just some are small cap breakers, which are the bottom feeders first. These ones tend to pop to their benchmarks on the day or within 48 hours or 2 sessions before they bell curve and do backside. So what have we done? We've broken out. We've got to that second level, that benchmark, that first benchmark, sorry, just shy of the bogey level. So we have got 4 potentially or 360 up there. This is what we was drawing out. What could happen? It did pretty much happen as well. So we can we don't know if this one's going to curl out yet. Let's have a look on the smaller time frame here. Okay, so this was from the early birds in the Discord. The sell there, back down. So there was one actually up here, but didn't get there early enough. But that was literally that first tap, very near the bogey, went red to green, and then we held that. So that's the one I like pre-market. If you are, well, it was even too early for me, but that one that comes down, that just rejects so much of the time and is just like straight down. What's that, $1? 80 cents off of that, straight down. Then we come back and do the slow one from this high to this low. Then we reject off again, same trade again. Just missed that one, but we went green to red just under it, green to red in this most recent one, and then we've just running all the way back down into the resting buy side actually. So now I'm guessing this would have changed since I drew that in this morning, bear with. Or did I just draw it before the stream? I just drew it before the stream, okay. So this sell side is the most recent one. We want to get our alerts in down here. Actually, I better put it down this one. I've tapped those. So, yeah, that's what's going to be kind of coming in here. The buy side. The question is, can we work down to these 180s and then gradually kind of get that volume in and coming in, do that U shape? That's what I was drawing in there. Are we going to do that U shape? Question mark. We did. We run up into the liquidity switch on. You'd have been all right if you got out on the bar previous. It's tough to get out on these bars. But definitely acknowledge. So again, can we come back down, which would be most recent swing? We're already underneath it. So it's going to be a push down into this 183. So there's your guy. We didn't hold that buy side liquidity. So we're not continuing to push up right now. So it looks like it wants to grab some further liquidity into this pool. 183s, perhaps 160s. Then look for that to come up and round with the volume. And then you've got a trade from 160, 180 up to 260. And if you break out of 290... then you could get your way up to benchmark 2 in the 4s or the 350s, like I say. So if not this, if you miss that, the push and a rejection here, green to red, then you can play that back down again. So it just depends what that price action gives you when you get into those levels. SVS. What else did we have? Something else I looked at this morning that must have dropped. Oh, of course. What am I talking about? I was concentrating on GME here. Right, this is how GME played out. Benchmark 2 up here, aligned with some sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity, yeah, okay, I can see that. I'll take a look. This sell side liquidity was tapped into with the volume, but then pushed out after it. So it got there just before the close, and then the post market went, yep. And then the post market price action got to, and from here it just looks like, you know, any given small cap price action because of the way, the volume it's got and the volatility it's got. So it pushed into there. That's that trade. Sell side liquidity. Push. Couldn't do it. Done another one there if we missed that one in pre-market. It's a double push into that one. And then we got right down here. Sell side. Look at that. So there it is. And then this swing, A to B, come back again. You got another go at it. And then it pushed all the way down. So this one was then negated. At that point, that was done at that point, which gives you the gap to play down into this one. Now, currently, how many times are we going to go into the bottom of this? Question is, has it got anything else? If we're actually, this is done, right? This is really done. So this is one way or the other for GME this morning now. Either fade down below this or watch out for 51.60 to 55.39. Now, I know they're quite wide numbers, but what you're looking for is just this type of wick red to green action. You know, bring it up a time frame if you want, if you don't like that. Bring it up a time frame. Bring it up to the 5 minutes. It looks better. Even if you drop to the 10 minutes, it'll probably look even more satisfying on a green to red move there. Look, 1, 2, and then there's your trade down. So, yeah, exactly, Skeeto. Oh, is he streaming today? What is he streaming on X? What time? Oh my god. Alright, I'm getting X up just in case he starts off already. Thanks, man. Let's grab that link. Yeah, it's not. That's right. Scrooge, it looks like he's got a little bit of a following, that one. Unlike myself. Anyway, let's not be troubled with all that. Let's get this up there and see if he's on. No point in me being on if he's coming on. What time? It doesn't say when. But there's 22. There's 22,292 people waiting to get into that guy's stream. And I'm going to add me to it in a minute. Right. Okay, GME. That's what we've got with GME. Look, I mean, I can't say. I think it's got sell side on it below this level, right? 37. Let me just make sure I've got that right. I worked off of this low. Yeah, anything else would be higher. Yeah, no, so I'm staying with that. Watch out for a spike below, but generally, you know, I'd see this coming back down to 22s. You know, call me old-fashioned, but who knows if he's streaming today? He could pump it up and work it way. So the point is, if we get the volume coming out of this level and we push on up out of it from 47, 48, then you've got these levels to deal with up here: 51, 55, 60, 59, 61. You know, we have to break 68 and a half, basically 69, to get up to these ones going up to 76, 88, 100. You know, why not? Okay. Scrooge, just missed your comment earlier. You're relatively new to futures. Is it normal for everything to be low volume and choppy on a Friday? Seemed that way. You've got non-farm payrolls coming out. If you think there's no volume in futures at the moment and it's all choppy, it's choppy waiting for non-farm payroll numbers to come out in 9 minutes time. So if you have a look at if you're new to futures trading, don't get involved in that. It normally whipsaws out this way and that. But give me a shout what you are looking at, what ticker you're looking at. I can show you what the analysis was on that before you go, because you can see if it works out. You can draw the boxes on your chart and get yourself over to the Discord, which is in the YouTube description. All right, so that's GME. We'll see what happens in that. I might stay on and look at what happens on the non-farm payrolls. What else we got? What did you say, Taquito? You've got Vero, didn't we? Vero, Vero. Oh, well, that... Okay, so... Again, posted early this morning. Benchmark 2. This was the sell side liquidity from this high to this low that popped up there. And hey, Hanish, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, that was the high. to this low. That was the sell side, but it just pushed for benchmark 2, then closed under. There's your red to green. Get involved in that down there. 165 down to 117. Red to green down here. Second push is that liquidity switch on. Yes, I'm ignoring that. The red to green here. So from 130s back up to 180s. Don't know whether you'd been able to get out there at this time, but let's see if it pushes up there again. But that's it. So for Vero, it's got to break $2. It's got to break 220 really, because that was where it was. But, you know, with that momentum can come in if we break that sell side pause we've seen before for it to go again. If it does go again, it's just going to be the same formula run again. So you'd probably just take it from 2 to 4 or something like that. I don't know. Let's have a look if I can grab it. 360. So that is where it would go on VERO. Hit that on the watch list. So VS Vero. Gurn is up there. Anything on Gurn? I haven't had. Let me turn this on for a sec. I haven't had. BCDA. So what I'm trying to do for you, for your info, before non-farm comes out, is I'm trying to get the pre-market done as a session. Then I'm concentrating on making my money on the futures, which again, so I've done some of that already this morning, so it's not so bad today. But yeah, I want to make, as soon as I'm done making my money, then I'm back on the street. So I'm trying to do that before the open, because I'm trading more of the London session. So that's why I can do the alerts as they come on the stocks, and then I'm trading the futures as well, and then whatever's hot on the stocks I'll have a go at as well. I'll certainly hang around for non-farm payroll, but we'll see about the open, man. Right, now that was Vero. What I say, Gurn? Yeah, I keep finding out as multitasking execution is not as pinpoint as it should be. Like, the opportunities I miss while streaming is incredible. Hence why I'm not doing the Trade the Pool show anymore. I had to concentrate on my kind of business here. So GERN is coming off hot on the press. Looks like it's done a sell side liquidity pull. Has it done a benchmark 2? Yeah, all right. So it's tapping into that area. That's a benchmark. Thanks, Anish. All right, so there's the benchmark. Number 2, it's all that kind of really matters at the moment, because once we've hit the benchmark, we go in to look at the liquidity pools. So is there going to be a buy on from... Nah. They are taking the low, because you know that the low from... Because the liquidity switch on acknowledges it, right? I'm going to go from this line. Actually, there's going to be 2. There's going to be 2. There's going to be this one. Oh, we already used it. Oh, no, we didn't use all of it. Okay, so there's still a level down there at 4. Eek. Still a level down there at 4. Which is buy side, quick. News is going to come. There's your buy side, and then we've got this low. And that's hit right here. Right, so that is your buy side between 450-ish. We're in it now, right? 473. So we're in it now. So the question is, can we work out of that? And I'm just tracking that down. So sell side liquidity. So you've got to get above benchmark 2, right? Otherwise, this is done for the day already. If this remains the high, this is a case of trying to get in. So if we work out of here from 460 up to 520, potential long if we get it on the tape, short from the sell side liquidity pool, back down to $4 if we can get it back down to here where it came from, essentially. But at the moment, yeah, just check out for that red to green move. I prefer it a little bit lower at 450, but sometimes don't get it, do I? So that's going. Well, sorry. Let's concentrate. Let's get back to. Let's jump back to the futures a sec. All right. So look, right before we've got this massive. I'm going to clear this out because I know what's there. Right. So remember. Right, just darken that out a bit. So we know they're aligned with this level and that level, right? So right now, buy side liquidity pool has worked. The sell side liquidity pool is working. Are we going to wick down again and test this down to 48 or even 23? Or are we going to do the opposite and break above sell side, wick to 128 and then come back down? Or are we just going to break and run for the day? That's the question. But we've got to get out of the blue line or that yellow line. So we'll see if they play out. I'm just keeping an eye on this right now. I'm just going to grab... All right. Okay, couple of we got 30 seconds. Here we go. So let's see how this NQ plays out on the day. Got my futures over here ready. If there's anything going on, but like I said, I don't want to trade that first push. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. That little momentum. There we go. Right now, is that going to hold up above there? Or is it going to... No, there we go. Down to the blue. Down to the blue. That's what non-farm payroll does. Now, we've done both. Are we going to wick back? Or is that going to be the short for the day? If we close down here, right, that's non-farm payroll. Limit order up there and target down here. And let's see what it does now, right? So the jobs numbers come in. Expected 165, actual 272, which is a green number. And yet we're putting in a red bar. So not surprising there. Now let's see what we've got, right? The next gap we've got is down here, but let this 5 minute play out, or even the 2 minute, right? Because this could switch. All we know is we're playing, look, where we put that in. I'm glad I did hang around and stream that one. Where was that little let's bring that box back. There it was. So tap to the top side, best execution to the bottom side. Now, are we going to close below it? Let's have a look. Let's bring this down to a 2 minute. Still on that 1 minute. Right. So 1 minute did close below and has pulled back to it at the moment. I'd like to see it pull back in, but what are we going to have if this literally stays like it is? Where's that Discord playing up? Hey, Anish. How you doing, mate? He's in the Discord. Okay, so we're actually back inside now. So this is literally a high to a low. Now, there's momentum plays on here, right? So green to red. There's ES doing the same thing. Let's have a look at the ES, what we draw on the ES. There's the sell side liquidity of the move that just happened. So obviously it's so vigorous, it's almost the high. But yes, that is the sell side pull right now. So price could come back to the sell side pull, and then now there's a better decision to be made. If we reject off of this one, we're going to draw an A to the B and see where the buy side is, and then we could just sideways again, right? We could just sideways through this box. That's what we've been doing. That is not a coincidence. Look, that's not a coincidence. So that's drawn from the levels today. Right, now let's see what we can get on here. All right, so for me, I'd like to wait 5 minutes. What we got? Another minute. That's just going to be, so you're going to have a huge red bar on the 5 minute, and the 2 minute is coming in red, and the 1 minute you've got, if we go green to red here, there's kind of a potential sell on there. Right, gold continued to break down on that. Jeez, that is crazy. Look what gold done. Gold, look. That move that it's been doing all day is just tapped into that buy side liquidity and rejected right off the bottom of it with that volume there. Right, so the bias is gold wants to come back. If gold wants to come back, where is it going to come to? It can run through this level if it wants, but the sell side's going to be up here. So there's the sell side on that. It can continue to run. We'll watch the momentum play, but that 5 minute bar went exactly down to where we said it would go and back. Okay, so ES broke its sell. Look at that, 380 pinpoint, 380.25. And now we are below and closed below on the 2 minute below that buy side. So we do have a gap down here to 328 if that's what it wants to go and do. Again, that's such a vigorous move, being news that it might want to aim for up here, and that could just be it. That could be the day's move. If it just doesn't want to push any lower, it could just come back for that sell side liquidity and then sideways out for the day. So don't get too excited. Back to the NQ, see what the NQ is doing. Craziest index of all. So again, the same things, closed outside that best execution. Now let's see if it puts in a swing to the downside. So let's put this over, get this over here, because I'll get this audio back on. All right, so what we're looking at here, if this is still aligned, let me see what we've got. Get these over into view. So I don't know if you can hear this, but these are my audio alerts. So these are Mag 7, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, Tesla, in order of weighting in the Nasdaq. Then I've got the Nasdaq, the ES, and the Russell. The Russell being the small caps. So you small cap traders, when this Russell moves, your you know, when you're timing your entries, when the Russell drops is sometimes when the confluence with when the small caps that you're watching, the hot stocks of the day, drop. But at the moment, so I'm just checking this. Fours, it's pretty low. So if the drops are kicking in at like 12 to 14 and the pullback at this point is kicking in at let's have a look, see if I've got the NQ up here. Alright, so see how they're switching. The NQ hasn't switched to red yet. Why is it not switching? Oh, is that options? Yeah. Right, so there's the 5-minute bar. The 2 minutes before that next one closes, and we are putting in some action here. But yeah, so the NQ's now pretty slow, right? The drop is 4, but if that drop kicked up to 12 to 14, then you're going to see it drop. Similarly, if all this lot flash red, and if all this lot flash red, the chances are that this is going to flash up to 12 or 14, and you get a drop. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. When it hits into my LiquiVision levels, I'm looking for two things. I want to see, you know, if I've got a buy side pull, I'm looking to see if we are getting red, strong red into it, and then I want it to go completely quiet, and then I'm looking for strong green out of it. But at the minute, we've got 4s either side, right? Which is why we are just kind of doing, on the 1 minute, probably just wicking about. Yeah, so the pushes are not convincing. You will see what happens when the push is convincing, which will probably happen shortly, if it's going to happen at all, like now. So NQ's gone up to 8s. So, you know what I'm looking out for. Switch to stock for a minute, so I'll do my analysis on here. It's going to crack it, right? Is it going to crack this buy side liquidity pool? If it cracks through it and closes below, then it can fall. But for the minute, this is where, you know, it has gone and pulled back to that previous area. Now, the question is it going to fill this gap that we've got between the next buy side or not? There we go. NQ minus 15. Oh, my bad. We haven't got these stocks on it because it's pre the open, right? So there goes the short on NQ. There comes the volume purely because we broke that buy side level. That's it. There's a trade on right there. You can anticipate that because the NQ just before crept up to 12, then hit 14, and still is sitting at 14 right now. If I switch back to this screen, probably didn't see that because I switched over to do the analysis. Let's bring that back in. Where are you? So there goes the trade on NQ. So 15s, 14s, so heavy selling as much as you can get. But now we've done that one push. The question is, it's just gone quiet, right? There's absolutely nothing on it now. So we're going to draw this one. Because to me that would be natural for it to come back. Not necessarily now, but I'll keep following this down. But this 5 minute candle, I think, is, if we put it on the 5, is just going to keep going red. So sell side liquidity sitting there. Let's just draw these over here. It'll be a bit easier to do. So that comes down, see, because we've pushed that down. So this is always moving. Swap. Same over here. Bring me one of those over here. Look at that beautiful move. Can't help itself. Look, 124 left on that candle. That's how you trade non-farm payroll for sure. That is crazy. Look at that. Tick, tock, pull back to it, dump. That is it. It's a shame it didn't have that 5 minutes. If that 5 minutes was green, that would have been really nice. But we didn't get a green bar in it, did we? That 2 minutes, all we got there. And then down you went. So now there's sell side liquidity sitting here. Let's have a look. I keep talking, I've got two different screens. 1 second, let me get another. LiquiVision over here. Just got to maneuver it to the right screen. There you go. Alright, so this was the one that would have caught the trades. There's two here, this red to green, and then we pause, and then we bust it, and there's a trade on there. So now it's a question of what buy side was used. Nothing. So we're going to run it all the way down. And do the same here. And say, right, if we can get it back up to 911, that's a key level to say if we can go red to green, get some rejection, get green, and then red, get green on here. So look at, they're all going again. NQ's -3, ES is -15. What's that? Where's that gone? I've had that to a group somewhere. Okay, so there's the push. Here's my target down here at 50, kind of 57.5, 56. Let's see if it's going to go down or not, or it's going to pull back to. Let me just draw that. $8.57. $7.90. There. So that would be the target. It's whether or not. I mean, being non-farm payroll numbers, you would think it would. So we're following it down. We're just moving it down. Hey, come back. Move that count number out of the way now. Right. So still pushing reds, but not as harsh as before, right? So now the question is, if this slows up a little bit and everyone's still trying to short into this right now, is do we get that pullback up to 999? 996 maybe that's a little bit lower. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. Is does the NQ come back for that? And if it does, it'd be nice if it kind of put in 5 minutes of upside to do that. What does that look like? Might need 10. But if that wick comes back, let's see what that does. Jeez. So creeping back on 8 now, so NQ getting stronger to the upside. Let's see if we can get that push up here. Yes, doing the same. So that would be the moving averages here. Momentum moving averages. The question is, are we going to get that push? Alright, so that's a 5 minute bar there, isn't it? So the green 5 minute bar. Do we get a push and does this hold? If we break above 12, then that's where we're just going to get the whipsaw back into the range, in my opinion. So there's the push. So just kind of measuring that out. If this did hold, would it take us down? Yeah, 840. So let's see. So currently we are looking red. Now we was looking green, and now we're looking red on that. So that's still quite light. That didn't drop how I thought it would drop on the red side. Didn't see any. That was like the weakest red bar going. So it held, but it was weak. So still nothing. Another couple of minutes to go here. So tapped in. Got 1 minute left on this green bar. No, so just under 2 minutes. So let's see what that next one gives us. Otherwise, it's looking for. We've moved down now, isn't it? Let's put that one. Yeah, so this has moved down now. Because if we break this one at 12, we're going up back up to 94. Alright, that's the last minute. 20 seconds. Worth a try here. So in order for this downside volume to really kick in, you got to break this. So if it wants to know if we are, as always, we have to break that buy side liquidity pool. Otherwise, nothing. If we're going to complete this move and grab 859, that's what we need to do. But yeah, you can tell by all of this right now that we are just weak. Nothing's shouting out on the tape, nothing doing. It's 10 minutes in now after that, 15, even 25 actually, and nothing doing. So the more times we're trying to push up into this, the more chance we have got going back to 87 where we come from. It's just a shame we didn't come down to grab here yet. Still no volume on the NQ. So algo in play between these levels now. Just algo work between these two pools. What on earth is going on there again? Seriously, this platform, shocking. At least we've got it recorded today. So yeah, totally algoing out between these two levels now. Nothing to do. We got half hour till the open, and that might be what you need to wait for. The question between then and now, can it break up above the 11, this 1250 area and go for the, is that, what are you doing? What is going on? Ghost orders all over the place. What is going on there? Crude entering a level. Where's their Discord? Oh, been banned from the Discord already. Oh my man. Yeah, I did on Bullnox. On Apex, it's ghost ordering again. Done it yesterday. I don't know what's going on. Just looking at their Discord now, and yeah, it's not good. Like, oh yeah, everyone's just getting ghost orders all over the place again. It's yeah, I got it on gold this morning, but I've definitely got ghost orders going on all over the place. Apparently it's not a thing. Yeah, there's 424 comments in the Discord for ghost orders or phantom orders. But it's the process that we're looking for right now to see if this is going to work on the sell side right now. Because if we crack through 08, it's going to rip. Or let's call it 11. If we crack above this sell side liquidity pool, it's going to rip. So either we're just taking out those highs and we hold them, otherwise you got to rip. Potentially back up to where we come from. There we go. And that's on the 5 minute. Yeah, that's going back to where it came from. If that can close, it needs to come under here now. Otherwise, we'll go back to where we came from. Because I'm getting 9s on the NQ. Let's see if we get that 5 minute close. That's the start of the 5 minute. But I've got a long time. That's going to be a close. That's going to go. And there she goes. NQ up to 10s. Don't touch this because she's going to ghost me out. Let's see what they do this time. Can't ignore a screaming Discord, surely. Almost think the Open's going to push that back up to that 94 level. Let's make this a bit clearer now. So this is where we called the whipsaw at best execution prices. So up to that top, then whipped down, pulled back to it, dropped, but didn't complete the gap down. And we just busted the first sell side pull. So the second sell side pull is sitting up here now, with this one negated because of that push, that wick up. So that's what was working for all the morning, down to the buy side, then wicked up. Now from that A to this B, we've got sell side sitting here. Question is, does it want to work it down? So another 2 minutes on that bar. Yeah, normally, but I'm trying not to showcase the issues that Apex is having, because it is, you know, not great. It's throwing orders in. It's like if you move a stop, it throws an order and another order in, or adds another contract. I don't know what it is, but yeah, as much as I'm moaning about it, I don't want to. Although I probably should record it actually. What time's that Roy and Kitty up? 10? Half hour after the open. So Nvidia's pre-market into its buy side pull, and obviously sideways in off that news. Same move as the NQ. Held its sell side liquidity pull, dumped down. So it's all gone quiet over there by the looks of it. Another 20 minutes till the open. Yeah, nice. Still just ticking around. Alright, so crude into its buy side liquidity pool. Alerted off. And let's see what crude's got on. There you are. So that's crude into its buy side. That's still, so we're working that buy side here. Look, on gold as well. Sell side up here. Buy side there. That one and this one negated as of that last push down. Wow, how big is that? So at these lows, you've got double bottom in here. So the key for that, if I get down onto a 2 minute, we can get a better idea, is whether or not we can get through this one, right? So there's more liquidity down. Did we come through that? Oh, that's so close. 2330. We almost done that. So yeah, let's bring that across because that's so deep. Wow, I've drawn these so big on the bigger time frame. So let's take that down a bit. So we're going to call that done. You don't need to break it, but that to me, like the way I draw them, I'll throw them on. So that could literally just be one and done. So now the question is, does it want to get down to its buy side pull here or not? Thank you. Coming into the backside of its pull now, still holding momentum. Red to green on the 2 minute. The gap to fill up to 99. Sell side liquidity based up here. Still there. Yep. So similarly, each one of these swings has the same thing, right? Each one of these swings, if you're going to continue down, you have to hold. So right now we've broken one sell side, so that's bullish. If you break this one at 1930 as well, that's another one gone. So you're definitely, the bias has already switched. I didn't yet close. So potential now for that to come in and run. What's these moving about for? Let's quickly tidy this up here. So let's get off that kind of. We could prove that kind of point there, that was what we was looking for the wick action to do. What? Well, that's a fake candle. Oh no, that's my expectation line. All right, so let's see what we've got on this. Let's remove everything that was previously holding up in the pre-market that we said. So, oops, put that back. So this was the buy side, which currently we are still under. The sell side held, we pushed down. New York closes in orange. This sell side has already fouled, suggesting more upside. If that wanted to go, it could have really gone and completed that run, but it didn't. The buy side held, the sell side fouled, equals another push up, which is what we've got. With a message out from Apex saying do not trade. Which is fair enough if they've got a problem. If you're in a Discord, you can at least get it. But yesterday, that was not possible. The damage was already done before. So yeah, super quiet now coming into the open. So if I'm over here, so can I copy these on quant? Yeah, so that's potentially the gap now. But you can see these are all low pre-market levels now that you've got coming up. So when the market opens, this all makes much more sense, because right now we're not getting any power off of these because the market isn't open. But when the market does open, these all go heavy red. This is going to go red. See how that number's getting bigger now? That tile's getting a little bit bigger on the red side, so it means there's downside coming in at the moment. But it can go quiet any second. So this is testing kind of the... Let's have a look. Yeah, so this was the previous all-time high. That's where we're at right now. So we're testing underneath the previous all-time high. So we was back below it for a little while. Now we're back above it. That accumulation at the top there, look, huge amount of accumulation at the top. We're now back below. Well, give or take a tick. So this push up now puts in, you know, another buy side. If that's a higher high, this now sits there. What's that? So that's the two live ones we've got. If we move New York over for a bit, I'll rate that out. go a ticking green again, so sure sign the algo is just doing its thing now. Low volume between bids and offers, just doing its thing. $22. So that yellow line was the previous all-time high before we popped above it. So we're just right on there. Right, I'm going to go and grab a drink a sec before we come into that open in a minute. 2 secs. So here comes that push. The question is whether the push can get up to that level there at 102. If I'm not using that fake out wick, it'd be lower. 57, let's see what we get. There's the open. So now you can see what's aligned. High numbers on the stocks equals, well, it should be higher than that really. Now it's all gone quiet, right? Does it come in again? Microsoft red, NQ green, Amazon green. Whoa. What's going on with this? So the open not really doing anything for it right now. Vero's hitting the tape. NQ just doing what it's done for the past few days at L going out, not a lot going on now unless it can give us something off this level. Just whipsawing this previous high. Look, the previous all-time high. Nothing doing. What's GME up to? Right, so right now GME toying with that low of that buy side pull, so it'd really have to do some work to get out of it. I think it did. Oh no, it didn't come below it yesterday, so it is trying to gap right now though. What time's Kitty on? 20 minutes? Is not on yet. 34,000 waiting for his stream. So the swing up to the swing low. GME's going to go. Has to get above 46.40. Let's switch. So that's tapping sell side. So now if we break this 46 level, this can go. Because we're back in that buy side pull. So let's see what it's got. Ah, good day, Wilson. How you doing? Nice, yeah. Vero was on watch for sure. Let's see what we got. What's that market doing? So 5 minutes below that level again, but I still think it's just Algo City. Yeah, nice pre-market shorts there off the sell side. Boom, boom. Beautiful benchmark play up there earlier. Buy side down here. Red to green. Up to 190s and back down again. So what have we got? Is that the switch on? Yeah, don't want that. I have this one. Yeah, so in buy side right now, Eek. That's the most recent ones there, 170, 180. It's on the tape. There's your sell side there. So if it can bust 180, you could be off up to the 2s and beyond. But benchmark 2 was there though. Oh, we was just saying earlier if it breaks above 220s, it can do 370s. It's the same formula again. Yeah, Wise is on the tape as well. Benchmark 1. What? How can that be? What was I doing now? Oh, not today, eh? Sorry, I didn't realise. I think we're not day one. I thought that makes a bit of sense. So benchmark 1 yesterday. Right, so benchmark 1 held yesterday. If you're gonna make an attempt to benchmark 2, where's buy side? Yeah, buy side held for overnight and pre-market. And your sell side, man, Yankee is just algo city, isn't it? It's just crazy. That's what it's looking like. We got to get above 3, call it 350. If we're going to have a look at any further up, bogey level's going to be up there. Look, 475. That's wiser. Yeah, I took a look at index earlier actually. Lord knows where all my commentary's gone on it though. Man, come on. You know you get in. You said to me before, yeah, I didn't get in because your level was just up there and then you missed it. Doesn't have to go up there, man. So that's the bigger time frame on Evals. I think you're going to make a pushback up to these highs or what? Inky's been pants this week. Not really seeing the volume on Evals. Wouldn't normally have that on a day one. 21, 21.50. LFLY on the tape. That was yesterday's ticker, wasn't it? Or the day before's. Where's them damn levels? Yeah, see, first target, so we can pull back. If you can hold that trend line, go again, go again, go again. But is that going to be today or not? Who knows? So you're trying to short 97. Yeah, the thing is with that, I mean, obviously I know I've got sell side up there, but if you are looking at a level, you have just tapped into that sell side of the micro, right? 297. So for that short to work, you've got to hold that level. Because working off of pre-market, yeah, you could still go to the 340, but that's a benchmark. You know, that is a benchmark of pre-market. Is it going to be a non-farm, no action Friday? The chat in Roaring Cat's stream is going absolutely crazy. He's never going to keep up with that. I can tell you, there's 39,000 people in there. I'll have 10 of them. Ugh. I can say about that price action. That's literally since the open, nothing. Haven't even tapped into a decent level. Done it on the news. I think we're going back up to this 1998 though. Never sell seems to be a buzzword in the Roaring Kitty chat. CL was the best trade of the kind of open this morning. 75.50's up there at 76, 50 cents off. You'll be up there in... There goes NQ now trying to push. to crude to get more momentum if it can get above 76.05 and close. But right now, that's the expectation. Why have I got red? Am I sitting in some massive sell side liquidity pool here? Yes, I am. So yeah, we're trading in this sell side. If we can close above the most recent one on the micro, then we can gap up to this one up here. What did I just say about NQ? See how this lot's all green?
Maya.
Oh, Nvidia just starting to turn red. Mind you, Nvidia has just done nothing, to be honest. Oh, there's a 9 off Nvidia. There you go.
LFLY.
Yo, great Scott in the chat. Hello, mate. How you doing? So see, that push, and then they turn red. That's what I look for when it gets into the level, right? So if I get that into a sell side pull, oh, that's no good for you. If I get that coming into this sell side pull, I want that push heavy, heavy, heavy green. Then I want it to go quiet, and then I want it to turn red. And sometimes it will do it V-top instantly, and sometimes it will work it up the top and roll over. But that's ultimately what I'm looking for on anything. Whoa, sorry about that. Just didn't have time to shut the camera, shut the mic off. I've got to look at LFLY. What's going on? Woo! No, that's not the one from earlier on in the week. And KVHI, what's it? That's a mess. That's a mess. Yuck. I'm going to have to go over today. Gonna go from the session benchmark 1. I need down. Let's get it on the lows. Template. Benchmark CV. That's how that is rolling right now, and it's right there, isn't it? LF on the tape again, here. The benchmark 1 tag in sell side liquidity. If we so we've done it now. If we break above and close above 410. It's going to go to the moon. There we go. Little trend line. So there's nice rejection. There you go. Get on it! Right, where's the... Look at the Russell. See? Oh, there was just stopped. Look at the Russell. Down 7. Look at the small cap stock. In terms of time. That's what I said earlier. It's just... Russell is the index of the small cap, so... It's kind of logical. Similar to what we're looking at on the Nasdaq with those Mag 7 stocks. Target 320s. There she goes. Half MBAC's covered. Take a look in a sec. Where's everything gone here? See if the Russell comes back in on that trade. -1.
Game.
Ah, bummer. Was it? Yeah, it was hard to borrow. Yeah.
World.
It's so weird. Whenever I flick to futures, my viewers go up. Whenever I flick to stocks, it drops. Anyway, LFLY, come on. Let's see what we've got. So looking for that RTY to see if it goes red at the same time that LFIY did. Done it on that initial push. No, so it's going green now. So my little confluence rule has gone with that.
CDXC. Vero.
Vero's back on the tape. Little shout out, nothing major. Little shout out. All right. So Vero done its buy side liquidity pool. There was the gap, 129 to 115, 15 cents there. And on the tape, LFLY coming in for target on LFLY. Moving averages. This will be interesting. Moving averages. Where's that VWAP? Ooh, yeah. If it can come down there, that'd be nice. 308. Wonder if that's got another one in it. Been on the tape a lot this morning. Is Vero pushing out? Watch this. I prefer this lower. I'd prefer this around $1. Yeah, I'd rather it deeper. Look, I'd rather it proper take those levels out. 92. That's what I'd like. Is it a 92? 90, 96. Actually, I'd like it 93. So they try to push this on the tape. So if that goes quiet, which it has right now, that can just drop again on 0. So momentum still keeping it held. Bit of whipsaw action now, push to the downside. LFLY, target hit. Not quite green to red, is it? But yeah, you know, he's still stair steppers down. Watch them stair steppers. So LFLY, the next one, if it's not going to go for benchmark 2 and it wants its next pull, it's going to be 380, 395. Still didn't want its buy side pull, look, so it's more aggressive to the upside. Let's tone that down a bit. Let's see what we're looking at. So sell side pull working but negated because we've used it all up. Doesn't mean it can't drop out of it, but right now we are holding buy side pulls. It's going a bit red. So buy side pull held. Another one held there. Buy side pull held. So most recent one, if crude wants to come and get it, looking for 75.80 to 75.70. Get that one out. What was that? Oh, that's the midline. Alright, so if we don't come down to this buy side, this sell side, like I said, is negated because we used it all up. So this can close above 76.05 and can run for 76.44. Let's see what it's got. In order to do that, 3/4 of index covered. Yeah, I'll let you just breaking up above that one as well now. Or did you just short green to red? Oh, there was plenty. There was plenty. Gold's on a mission to the downside. Unbelievable. It's breaking every single buy side we've got. Times like that, you wish you traded on the 2-hour chart. You'll still be still be in. NQ's a chop fest, I feel.
AONC, 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 AONC.
Yeah, nice. Nice. It was just a tag up and then roll over, right, on the 1 minute. LFLY on the tape. What we got going on here? Another push. So in the buy side pull, pulling out. I don't trust that. I would like that deeper, but sell side's up there on the tape. See if it does it. Vero. There you go. Pushing down a bit deeper in there. 93 would be nice. Wiser. Sell side liquidity down back into that 295, 265. What is VS? VS is on the tape. I called that this morning. Ooh. Well, there you go. There's my drawing. Question mark. Sell side liquidity down, down. Back to where it come from. I mean, it's on the tape now. It's literally where it come from. I'll bring that across, but it's below. But it is on the tape. Let's see what it's got. Its most recent sell side is going to be this guy here. If selling is going to continue, the moving averages are going to align with this as well. 182, 185. Oh, missing. Oh, no. Live in 111 minutes. AONC is on the tape. American Oncology. There's your sell side. Has that just got halted? Yeah. Halt on AONC. Benchmark 1. Benchmark 2. CLEU. Tape. CLEU, yeah, sorry, CLEU. So that's, look at that, bang in the middle of the sell side liquidity, that one. AONC. Can you get out of that one? AONC. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Look at that. Rubbish. So we're gonna, is this gonna hold here and we get a push up to this 99 level? It's just, this is so hard to hold NQ through this lot. Like, this chop is a nightmare to hold if you're on props anyway. Yeah, they're like £500 candles, $500 candles. You've got to be able to hold minimum of $500-600 on each one of those moves, so it's just not worth it. Crude, on the other hand, is going for it. What the? What is that? Jeez, man. No, I just cancelled a stop. Why are you putting an order in? Ugh. And they claim there's no ghost orders going on. That is a ghost order. Oh, I've got to shut that down. Let's get back to... Let's get back to something that works. LFLY on the tape. Yeah. Deviations. Oh no. Go back where you come from. Oh, you can't control Z on Ninja. That's unfortunate. Oh, I've got to shut this lot down because it's just placing orders left, right and centre. Shut it down. Vero on the tape. VERO. Working out. Has it got what it takes to get up there to 170? Has it got what it takes to get to 170? Gold still selling off every pullback right now. Is that Nvidia sellers? A little bit, nothing major. Because that's when you know the algos are kicking in, because these just go red, green, red, green, red, green, and they're literally toying between. If you look at the tick charts, can I do that? Let's see if I can do that. So each one of these pushes, look. Now I'm saying it's starting to move, look, with some momentum now. After that little fake down. So each one of these pushes down, it pulls up, and then it momentums out at the bottom right here and here. That's all it's doing on the tick chart. That's why you get caught up in this mess every time. Pushes up, best execution, comes back down to best execution, up to best execution, down to best execution. You can't see it when you're looking at a 2-minute chart, a 3-minute chart. You cannot see that. So this one here, so it's looking for the one that actually breaks out. This one here, no, not that one. So then we take this one and call that up there. Now it's at the top. So if it can't break out there, it's just going to come back down. The algo is going to send it straight back down. The only time that works is when you can break out of one of these best execution levels. Otherwise, you're just coming back down to this level again. So yeah, that's an algorithm in play, taking upside and downside. So until they switch that off, which for me would be a you know, we can come back down and start using again. But unless they break one of these, it's just not going to happen. Every kind of swing they're putting in doesn't break out of that red zone, just plays in. So that for me, unless you are on a kind of tick chart and you are literally scalping, that is as well. That's the safest thing to do at the minute. But yeah, this kind of looks a little bit better, but it's still got to break out 54, 55. Vero couldn't do it. Vero couldn't do it on that push. My watch keeps telling me to get moving. So stop sitting at your desk for 12 hours a day. Just drinking water and not eating any food. Anyway. To see these? All flashing red now off of that best execution level. So now you should be coming down for, at minimum, really, that guy there. I'm going to draw that in. Sorry, I've just noticed is that not Narciso Fernandez? No, I'm not sure on the pronunciation of that. Yeah, so buyers, yeah, I try. It's kind of, when you're talking about liquidity pools, it's kind of the other way round. So when I say this is a seller's liquidity pool, I'm saying that it's actually buy liquidity, but it matches sell liquidity. So, but don't worry about that. sellers hold means that sellers should hold this area. What if price is coming into it? Sellers should hold that area, and you'll look for some form of rejection. You know, it's rejection bars. I listen to the tape. So yeah, you can play those. The same with the buy side. If you come into the buy side here, you've got red to green, but you know, once you've come off all the highs, it doesn't necessarily mean this is a good buy. The earlier ones are better. If this is going to work, this is going to be an afternoon squeeze, else it can just fade. That's why all the while these momentum moving averages are holding, or the trend line, whichever you choose, it could just fade. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, if you're looking at the NQ, which is your question, so you're asking, can I draw the benchmarks on NQ as opposed to the liquidity pools? There we go. So right, we're in that buy zone here. I think I just spoke to something that was on the wrong screen. Dunk. Yeah, a seller's hold. That means sellers should come in effectively. It's not. Don't worry about the fact there's actually buy liquidity that's matching those sellers. It is sellers should hold, buyers should hold. So that's what you kind of get in each one. So now look, see, let's just switch back to futures, because you can't. This is what you can't see on this chart. Right, I'm going to flick back between the two. There's the NQ, and you can't see anything because you're just in a $500 to $600 whip on each one, so you can't hold it. As soon as it looks like it's going to move, it's going to come back on your $500-600. When you switch over to the futures, so when you switch over to the futures on the tick chart, just turn. Okay. When you flick over to the futures on the tick chart, you can see that they're playing, that the algo's literally playing these levels, right? It's going up to one, off of that swing, it comes down to a buy side liquidity pool, then it goes up again. It comes, so each one of these now, off of that level, you're going to go downside liquidity. Oh, I can't control Z. So sellers hold, come across again, sellers hold, you come across again, sellers hold. Now, for all the while I've been doing that, you've got, you know, it means that buyers are going to hold, buyers are going to fail, right? The buyers are going to fail, the buyers are going to fail every single time until the buyers hold. So it could be now, because you've just had the sellers hold. Right, so the sellers have just held that. Now, if we break above 44, the chances are they're gonna push for a little run up again. But that's the point. There's our buyers there. Are they gonna get fouled? So they just run each swing. So this bigger swing comes down here. Buyers hold. Sellers have held all the way down until we get to this, and now we're seeing buyers hold. So if we fell below 9030, then what they're going to do is push. Let's see if they've already done it there. Yeah, they've already done it there. So there's another best execution there. That's why we pulled up. So you're going to use another one here. See how it's just going to take out the top. It's just going to induce buyers. It's just going to take out the high if they do it. An FOY on the tape. So now we're down here again, and just tracking each one. So now look, there they go. This is the buyer's hold now. So we've switched from seller's hold. This is the first buyer's hold, and we're just tracking each one of these up on the tick chart, and we'll see if we'll come into this one. If buyers hold again, they'll go for the new high. The volume's low on my voice or on the background? Check. Oh, it's probably because I'm talking to that screen.
LFLY.
I might have turned that off when I went for a drink. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at here is all the while these keep flashing red, flashing green, flashing red and alternating. That's just the algo doing its thing. You have to get down into a tick chart to work out what the hell it's doing. But even then, I mean, look, it's just gone nowhere, right? Which is telling you, yeah, I've just gone nowhere for the past hour, really. Since the open, just before, I've not done anything apart from work $600 off of everyone every time I move.
Zero.
But ultimately, I want this to get down to look, back here. I want NQ, ideally, to get back down to 857. That would be its natural thing after the algorithm is done with what it's doing right now. So like I said, you just keep tracking it. You got this level here. If this level fails, it will go to the downside. We have a best execution level over here. Let's get this one off. Vero's on the tape at 15. So a double bottoming again into this, and then we flash green across everything again, mostly. Apple's still a bit red. But all the while these numbers are in the 3 and 4s, it's generally algos running. And even then, if they push up to this level here, they might jump to 10 and you think, yeah, great, we're off. When actually, no, it's finished. It's just a little exhaustion of that little wave. But yeah, that's what you're trying to say. As soon as you see some sort of buying volume, you're getting in, it's coming back. As soon as you see it here, yes. No, it's coming right back. As soon as you see it here, yep, no, it's coming right back and then lower. So when this is running, like, let's see where it did it. Where's the run? That's a move. That's how it works. If you've got anywhere near a normal day where they're putting in some sort of like 5 times the average move, the average deviation, you're putting in these nice A, B, C, Ds, and they continue to happen. Right, it's a different sort of algorithm, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing worse than this one that's running right now. Nothing worse. Look, here we go. These are not so bad. These you just need to track the first time you get a buy side. So that one wasn't. That one missed, and that's an indication when they don't come back for that. That's an indication that they can start to trend. So here we go. You go and move up for the next. You move up for the next one. They're shouting like mad. AONC on the tape again. Yeah. So that's when you want to start to take it, and they're the best entries, and then you can just follow this up then. All the way until you get to that next one that's going to work off. But like I said, yesterday and today have been a nonsense in terms of the algos. They're doing the sideways thing. So just coming down up. And this one is a buy side hold. So now we've got a situation, buyers hold and sellers hold to a trap. So this is trapped. We will break out of one, hit that, and then we'll come back down, hit that. Unless it's the right time to turn this one off and go, you know, let's go down for the rest of the morning. You took another short on MVAX. beautiful. So MVAX LFLY. So we're breaking below an LFLY, which means it's going for its resting, right? So that is the trade. That was the short. Now you're going to look for the resting. Oh, it's there. So now 291 to 240 should be the ultimate kind of low if you can get it. It doesn't mean, with small caps, it doesn't mean it's going to come back out. It can just rest there until the next day it pops up on the, and the next time it pops up on the scanners. But generally, the reason for this move, it actually just double check because we stemmed from here. Is that a little bit lower? Okay, change of mind. The ultimate resting area is $2.60 to $2. But the intraday one is a little bit higher, right? Just a little bit higher. But yeah, in any case, if we fail this, the chances are we should get down to 247. But there could be another short one if we pop up here and throw down. If we break this one, we're going up to benchmark 2. Vero. So Vero's interesting because it keeps on coming on the tape all the time, and we've just got a buy side pull here. Okay, so if that comes on the tape again, let me get this off when I switch to this and this. Where are you? Trade ideas. Vero's on the tape. Faint though. And again. So still using this level on NQ. Still holding this buy side. That was a bit louder on Vero. Yes, you can see we still haven't pushed to those two levels. And can you imagine all the buyers that are going to come in? See everything flashing green? Everything flashing green. Volume coming in. It's broken. It's sell side liquidity. Here comes the push. Now, if they get past 57, that's fine. If not, it's just the usual. And it will push and that buy volume will come in. And we keep tracking this to come down to here. Vero's on the tape again. New bar. Right, so now let's see if this all blanks out around here, 55 to 57. Apple's still trying to give it a push. Apple's still trying to give it a push. Microsoft. But compared to what it was, they've all just stopped. So we either come in for another run and get it up to 57.5, or they're going to pull it back to 42. And my line might be a couple of ticks off. But the key is going to be for one of these buy side pulls to break. And then on top of that, you've got to break out of the best execution levels. Vero on the tape.
Vero. 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 Vero.
So the question is, has it got the legs to push up
Vero.
and get past that benchmark?
Vero.
This has got a new low, I think.
Vero. 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 Huda. Vero. LFLY.
Yeah, see how they've just tacked into that on the futures.
Vero.
So,
Huda.
and then now they've gone for that high. So if they can push it to 57.25, not now. So how does it react now? It's got to break out of one of these at some point. All right, so now we're going to take that A, that B. Did it break? Yeah, there we go. So can it break above 1970, or are we going to come back down and they'll go again back into this area? You've got to hold one of these at some point to start moving. If you're interested in any of this, LiquiVision.trade is the website. You can get the early bird alerts, so you can get those NQ, ES, crude and gold levels early doors. Right, so now this looks a bit better. Let's get NQ back. Oh no, it doesn't really. It doesn't really. See how that fades and just things start ticking red again? And then down we come again. So now I'm going right. So you can see the moving averages are opening up here. And the question is, will this buy side hold? Because now we're back in. It was this one that held now. We've now got another one sitting up here. Just here. Yeah, my volume is a bit low actually. Got it on max, but it does look a little bit low. Yeah, so this one held. Now this one has got to hold. Yeah, this looks better price action now because there, that seems like they've run that out now. So it looks like it's going for that 99. So if we now flick back to NQ, so it doesn't look great, but this is where ultimately I think we're heading. This is the New York close. This is the sell side liquidity pool of the news of non-farm payroll. So ultimately that is the target. We didn't come back and get this buyer's liquidity, so didn't need it clearly. It's going off, but you've just algoed there for the past hour. If we're going to go now, then now's the time for it to do it. Yeah, see everyone coming in. This future's over. Look at the size of this. If I bring it down on a 1 minute, you'll see. Right, so this needs to keep going on green if we're going to get to that level, which is at about 100. There we go. Massive push. Big numbers. Currently using the New York close still. I'd rather it tap into my seller's hold level, to be honest. Here, look. On the 1 minute. Over here. So see how we broke out of that level and then buyers held, or like a bit tick off, and then you get the momentum push. But that can be over as quick as it started. But ultimately, that algo that was running there finished. I mean, it can be the same algo, it just pushes, but you know what I mean. It's like that is a different formula that you're playing to this formula, which is buyers hold, buyers hold, buyers hold. So now you're going to see if we're going to start algoing up here, the most recent one, obviously, on the tick chart, we're toying with right now. So if it wants to push above now, it's got to do it quick. Else we run algos, right? Because that push can come back to 72. But we are looking for that sell side liquidity at least 100, 99, 100.
CLEU.
So look for that futures. It's just done. It's going to come in now because it's just broken sell side. See if it comes in here.
CLEU. 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 CLEU.
CLEU on the tape. We didn't look at it, but it's on the tape again.
CLEU. 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 BMEA.
How do you mean, Wilson? So I've just saw your did I mistype? LFLY. Yeah, no, that was a nice play.
CLEU.
Oh wow, what have I done there? That must have been some time ago. Well, this has got to be a small cap breaker then, Wilson, because of the... Hold on a minute. How long's this been going on? Yeah, this is a small cap breaker play. So this is one of them bottom feeders.
CLEU. 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 CLEU.
That's using backside.
CLEU.
Oh, so it could have a little bit more on it. Hold on a minute. Is this run before?
CLEU.
No, that's odd. Anyway, let's cut it again. So stock split. Several attempts. NQ 96. $97. That was it 97 or 99? Benchmark 1. This is a benchmark 1 play, but looking at it, they might have all been benchmark 1 plays, these pops. I mean, it doesn't have to follow suit, I guess.
CLEU. 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 CLEU.
Let's look back, see what these other pops have been off the lows.
CLEU. 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 CLEU.
No, these were best executions by the looks of it.
CLEU.
Yeah.
CLEU. 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 CLEU.
Yeah, that was a benchmark 1 off of the actual split date. And
CLEU.
Yeah, they're benchmark 1 players. I haven't seen this one do a benchmark 2 then. But it doesn't mean it can't, right? But yeah, that is definitely trending. Right, so now we're looking NQ for looking for that level. So that is the play. But how hard would that have been to sit through? Like, we'll look at it in a sec. But oh man, tell me to switch the chart if I'm talking CLAU. Yeah, so these are levels here. So you're looking for. Right, well, this is still holding. We haven't got anything decent here right now. It is holding 36s in the middle of the benchmark. But it's a double top. It's not really sell side, is it? But it's a double top into a benchmark. It's still going at the minute. Let's see. We'll keep an eye on the tape. Now, NQ, I think, has got to the target. There you go. So see the difference there between that algo and then, so if we come back here on the futures, Veyro's on the tape as well. Is that still pushing? Here's the algo running, like I said. Just moving execution to execution. Only really visible when you drill down onto a small tick chart. And then we notice that this buyer's hold level held. That buyer's hold level held, bounce, didn't come down for this best execution for a best buy execution. So it basically got 50% of the last move or thereabouts and then held. And then it held the very next one. It started holding this one. Started holding this one. Started holding this one. Yeah. And then broke this one and held this one. Didn't even really touch this one. Then held this one. And that was the point. Like once, twice, 3 buyers hold is the point. You're thinking, well, okay, that's just changed. Because before it wasn't doing that. And that's when you get your move. Yeah. That is when you get your move. So right now into the center of the seller's hold level. But now it could want to go all-time high. So now 125 is key, 127.5. Because if you could smash that and close above, then all-time highs. But that was not an easy move to play. Right, that is such a painful thing to sit through. And that is why, you know, I think that's intentional, right? It's a hard move to play unless you know that ultimately, you know, this is on a 5 minute. So I'm just going from lows to highs and that tagged into a buyer's hold level. This one didn't, did it? This one didn't. This one, it was just a miss. You could bring that up. So it just didn't. And this one did. So that's the point. That you know, this is just your comfort blanket, like I said before. This is just the comfort blanket. If you're long, you've got to be able to wear that move there, which is, that move is 40 to 94. That's about $800 you've got to hold there on one contract. So that's probably more like 1,000 actually. The rest of them are $500 moves here. There's $500-600, but that one's a big one. But that is it, right? If you just, every buy side pull is the start of your trend line or your continuation of the trend line, and you know, that's pretty much how it rolls. In fact, this is what I don't normally show on stream, but when you take that first swing higher, you can also plot the trend lines on it. So see that is the trend line, right? That is the trend line. So that black line there, if I get a white, so go into all the settings. That's first swing. gives you the trend line. So you don't normally get a chance to buy this because there isn't a trend running already, but it uses it, it never gets before. If you break, you can start working through this to the buy side pull, or you could just dump to it. These are the timing bars. That's the time that in this case the algo stopped doing this and it run to the sell side liquidity pull. Now on the 5 minute, are we going to get green to red at the sell side? And have we got a short on our hands? Didn't switch chart though. I'll do that again.
Any.
I'll just mark this up. So this means nothing apart from you're going to see the trend lines on it. Put the low to that swing higher. Click trend lines. There's your trend lines. From this point in time, there's your trend line. If you break this trend line to the downside, there's a high probability you'll work your way through the next two and come back down to 960, which would be your buyer's hold level from that push. So without having 2 or 3 points to draw a trend line, you only need that first swing. Nice, Wilson. Nice. What did you? What do you? Is that so? Is there another level up there? Is there another historical level that you're looking at? Are you just like going for the roll? Now the question on the NQ. We got to the sell side liquidity. We've rejected off. Sell side holds. Sellers hold. Does sell side hold again? Good man, good man. I've got to look left now. Whenever you say that, right, what's left of this? So if I put the line on, what is left? When is left? 15:30, 1 hour, 2 hours. What is left? What's left at 3:46? Or are you just kind of going, these are all wicks, somewhere around here, and then looking at the price action? Got to learn to stream with 2 screens. Right, sorry. I was looking left. This is the line, 350s. Obviously, it's a $half number. What is it you're seeing left that gives you... Yeah, 350 is a good number. So I know you small cappers are doing the $half numbers as I do. I like the benchmarks to line up with a $half number or a full dollar number. There goes futures off that sell side on NQ. Look at that beautiful flush. Look at it go red. Look at high numbers and red. 9s across the board. 9s across the board. It's like it's like Strictly, isn't it? 7. Yeah, 9's across the board there. And you get that massive push down.
Zero.
But you can see the difference between that sideways algo that was going on here versus we've now gone up, we've got to the sell side liquidity, and now we're going off down and rejecting off it. And I should be trading, not streaming it. Do. Wilson, you've not answered the question about what was it 350 on CLEU. Where is CLEU? I mean, I get these wicks are bouncing up into it, but these are like 430, 375, 380. Right, yeah, that's yeah, I get that, totally get that. Yeah, $half number and the price action, right? Nice though, mate. Here we go, let's have a look. God, that's small. Oh man, I've just come off my own stream. There we go. Nice top, 338 though, isn't it? What is that? Oh, you no, be higher than that. That's the yeah, almost top tick that, Wilson. Evals Schultz. So you bought it pre-market, or is that a cover? You don't buy them, do you? Yeah, nice short on Evals there. Perfect. Nice short, perfect covers. Yo.
BMEA.
My word, it's hot here. Yeah, so it's different. Look at that. Futures, man. There, the plays. Look at that. You just can't. The difference between that algo and this one is I prefer this one. Didn't come for that, right? So you just carry on, drag it down to the next one. It don't matter. Just keep on going. If it doesn't hit it, there you go. 2 taps, 3 taps. Don't matter. That's the trade. Right. What time's Roaring Kitty on? 74,000. And another flush red on NQ. 74,000 in Roaring Kitty's YouTube channel waiting. Look at the chat. Look at them all. How can anyone see that? My chat is like that on some days.
QSG.
With Wilson, Hanish, Taquito. See, I know everyone that watches me by name. Anyway, what are you going to do when you've been told by Apex you can't trade? I wish they told me that yesterday. That would have been nice. Hopefully they'll reset it, everything back to what it was before the issues. That would be nice. They generally do that. Boom. Look at that. So what's the difference here between what we're holding, this push down, and each of these pullbacks? 98, 105, 89, 97, 71, 81. So about 10 and 12 10 and 12 points. So 200. That's the difference. They're $200 to $250 pullbacks. So if you bring that over to the chart, so we just missed this buy side, so fair enough. But ideally, if this wasn't non-farm, we would have come down here. So the chances are, I think we're still going to make a run for 858 now on the NQ. For that to happen, this buy side has to fail. Else, right? So this is just my life right now. So this is still good. 126.25, right, still exists because we didn't tap it out. But now what you've got is a sell side. Right, so that's now how this rolls. So I still am thinking this could still be on the cards, getting down here. It's a bigger A, B. I thought it was going to be a quick A, B, C, D. Didn't. It was A, B, back to the sell side liquidity pool. Mess everybody up. Hardest play to trade up there, right? Hardest on the 1 minute chart. That is the hardest trade to hold. You could have got in on a scalp on this one to take it there, but when it's got there, it is now playing ball and the algo's running to the self. Now watch it if it breaks here. Watch it if it breaks here. That's an if. So let's bring that over. What are we looking to break? Right, it's right at the lows. So if I switch back to this, you'll see the tape. Right, so that's the very bottom. That pink line is the very bottom of this buy side liquidity pool. So at the moment, you've got a double bottom into it. You can pop back up to sell side liquidity if they need it, if they want to mess. But this algorithm and this algorithm is the same upside and downside. This is not the same. This is different. And by the time they've exhausted you with this one, you're not getting in on this one. I don't think. Only those that held this trade, and you're going to do it by looking at a 5 minute, a 10 minute, or a 15 minute, or a 30 minute. Look, you're getting in here on this wick, you go red to green, you wait for the pullback and you get in and you go to it. It looks same here. You go red, you go green, you've got a pullback, then you've got half a chance of holding it on a higher time frame. But if you're down on the 1 minute and 2 minutes, you're going to struggle. So let's see what this does now. And if it, as it does it, I'll flick back to the future screen. LFLY on the tape. Right, let's see if it does it now. There's that pop. See it flush red? Now look at it go, right? Now look at it go. That is not a coincidence. And only 7 people that are watching know about it. Do I need to do some shorts? Is that what it is? I've got to do some YouTube shorts. I've got to do some actual videos. So now there's a higher probability chance that we can come and make this gap. Look, there it is. It was primed for it off the news, but no. Let's have a look. Let's take that off. Let's have a look where best execution is off the news. Ready? Take the high, take the low, right? That's the sell side liquidity sitting up there. The other one was pulled from here, that's why it's high. Now, best execution, where is it?
Zero.
Boom!
818.
818. Bang in the middle of a buy side liquidity. Oh, it might not go there. There's a best execution to the top of the chart at about 19,300. But that's it. Look, you're just busting your trend line. You're doing all sorts now. Boom. Boom. There you come. Look, break that buy side pull. Tape comes in. What more do you need? And the idea for me is these when they're going down on high numbers, and you're going red on high numbers and going green on really low numbers. That's these pullbacks. So green on low numbers, red numbers, high on red, high numbers on red. Oh my god! High numbers on red, low numbers on green. Jeez. Getting too excited. Right, so now the question is, where can you get in and because you're not classed as chasing? It is tough with NQ. So look, boom. Buy side broke. There's a 1 minute green bar. You're under these momentum plays. So we're still good all the while we're under there for a momentum play. But it's difficult because... Was that my Discord? I've got thousands of people in my Discord again. Yeah, I checked that out this morning, Wilson. We'll have a look at the GME in a sec because it just couldn't get above. It broke below the buy side liquidity and couldn't seem to get above it. But I will have a check. Oh no, it was trying to get above it. I'll have a look. So here we got, and this is the bit that people don't understand. I think is that the pull moves, right? As price moves, the pull moves. So we're coming down. Our sell side liquidity is now sitting at 77 where it was up there at 93. There is still a level at 93, 94. But the risk of getting in now with putting a move like this is you could just whip back and get 78. And then you're looking at $1,500. Bang. So you can draw your trend line on the 5 minute. It's not looking good. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to go red, red, red all the way down there, but you could. So we're now at the previous high again. This was the level that we kicked in with the other algorithm before. Then we run this nice. Are we going to get below or are we going to kick it in again? Flicking over and back to these guys, the only way to get in for me is getting back up when you are in a sell side pull. Any one of these, and the higher the better. So these are micro. So there's another one just gone there. There's the sell. There come we go red. There you go again. That's how you get it. But you got to be on a tick chart. It's no good. You didn't see it on. You didn't see that move here. Boom. You didn't see that move here. Even on a 2 minute. You didn't see that move there. The only thing you could have played there was green to red. And enter on the close under. But still, you've got that pulling back here. Now here again, you've got the bigger swing that you're tapping into right now. So if 32 doesn't hold, are they going to start running a different algo, or are we just going to pull back and get to 81? Look, on the ticks, this level is sell side. Every one of these have held so far on the push down. This is the first one we've broken above. So if we're going to head back up to 19080, or actually it's just fading, 1 second. It's just turned. Oh, 1 second, let me see what best execution is. Okay, it's not quite up there. So we can go to 40. We can go 39.75 and it comes back. Else, yeah, I think it was trying to make 39.75 and it didn't get best execution. So now we want to know, is there a trend change going on? This is buy side. Actually, the last swing is there. You can move it. All right, it's held that like that most recent one. It's just gone higher now. So take the last swing down. 9040. Definitely above that sell side now. So each one of these, we didn't come back for that buy side.
VBNK.
Switch. We didn't come back for this buy side. There's a buy side that's working now. Right, but what is reminiscent right now of what we just saw before? We come back. See this? Went on for ages. Then we run up. Then we run down. And now I think we're changing again. Yeah, so now that most recent buy did hold. But 40 is the number. 40 is the best execution of this last swing. To say, yeah, if I can hold that. There we go. There's 40. Now can we drop from 40? There's the drop from 40. Right, but is it enough? To get through 25 and 20? No, there's a change going on here, see? So it's either they're running the sideways algo that's going to chop everyone up for a little bit, or they're going to come back and get 19.080. So, look, you just broke out of that trend line for 1 5-minute bar. For 1 5-minute bar. If you can't get in, you just broke out of this trend line for 1 5-minute bar before it went green on you. I like that. I like that. I really like that. Checking to see if this buy side holds. let's see if we algo or we continue this down move now. So yeah, so what I was saying, the breakout of that trend line down, 1 5-minute bar. Now green, now potentially red again, we'll see. Here. See, it's all about this line. They're kicking stuff in at this line. Let's see if this can push now and get us to where we want to be. Oh, 1 sec. Macro time. Damn.
CLRB.
Just tucked into buy side. That was attacking the buy side. That's why that whole move there from that A low to that B high as a buy side liquidity. So now we've got to get through this in order to get down here. So now here is our gap. On the tick chart, we're looking at it like this. That A to that B, but that is not the same move. That move we're looking at here is this move here. That is from that little bit to that little bit. So that's how we go. LFL1's the tape. So if the algo is running, that's the first indication. Oh no, it's this one. That's the first indication that we couldn't, that, you know, we're starting to do it again, what we was doing over to the left previously. But if we can't crack this, then we're definitely going to have to start drawing both sides, right? Because now, so we couldn't make new low, new low, new low, new low, didn't make a new low. Can we hold sell side liquidity? If we can't hold sell side liquidity, well, we are at the minute. But if we come up and break that, then it's, you know, it's going to be difficult unless they run it straight back up to 19080. See, we've got to hold that. So getting little flushes, but nothing big across the board. Threes. Give me a sec.
Alim.
Right. So, working at the moment on the sell side, track another one, trying to hold. But that's it. If it's going to continue down and it's going to break this buy side or come further in, wants to do it soon because yeah, you've definitely, the momentum is gone. I think we're going to enter into another, what time is it? Yeah. 20 past 11, before lunch. So it seems normal day as opposed to non-farm payroll, really, which is disappointing. because it's coming back for it. Close above here, and all see quite high numbers on the green side. Let's have a quick look at GME, shall we?
LFLY. 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 LFLY.
Future, so NQ just broke that sell side a sec. Yeah, so sell side liquidity, then come back below. So yeah, I don't know. You know, we're going to wait. Is everyone going to start buying it up, or is everybody in and holding? Like, can people really take this run up to 60s and not sell? Do they hold this? I mean, if you look at the chat before it went really fast, bag holders. But who knows? But you know, we've seen it done before. Yeah, we're below that ball, so we couldn't take it. So what have we got to get above in the first instance? What's the first indication where it is now? So that's sell side right now. Sell side, the whole lot down brings this one. Oh no, it's not. That's not the same one. That's used. So from the open high to the newest low, 42 to 45. This one right here would be the first indication that you can pop to 42, which is a close above, like right here. If you can get volume out of here and close above 37, let's say 36 and a half. If not, shorts can come in. Buy side, $33.60 to $32.70. So that's where we're at with GME. So if we can drop down here at 372, and then I don't know what he's going to do on this stream. Let's get back to futures on this. This is starting to go. Yeah, have a good weekend, Wilson. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. As usual, yeah, have a good one wherever you are, man. Okay, so back on the NQ then. See what I mean? That's negated. We're going back for this 77 level. Seems logical to me, because it changed down here. Now, it isn't the same algo that it was doing before around that previous market high. This is a trend. Like, this is the kind of trending one. It can come back, it can go again, it can come back and go again. But ultimately, I think it want to get up to at 79, and we'll see what it does up at 79. Oh, so jealous. Fort Myers, where? Let me check where that is before you go. I've been Florida, I've been Sarasota, Clearwater, Orlando, the usuals. And I haven't been that far down south past Sarasota, to be honest. Oh, so you're down from Sarasota. Nice. Babcock Ranch. I'm zooming in. Oh, zooming in. Oh, nice. Right by the Oh, nice. You've got like a massive kind of nature reserve down there by the looks of it. Like, so you're surrounded by them. And a nice little golf club. That's the way to do it, Wilson. That is the way to do it. All right, mate. Have a good. Oh, tell me what the weather's like. Go on, just what's the weather like today? Cloudy. Bit of rain. Thunderstorms. I'm gonna change my search. Ah, hot, humid, and sunny. Oh, I hate that. I don't. I love it. I love hot, humid, and sunny. All right, mate. On that note, I'll let you go. I want to wrap it up here as well now. Aircon and 6 poles. Yeah. I have. Yeah, I don't have a pool. I have a little hot tub, but you need it to be hot. You don't need it to be cool. Right? Oh my God, he's put a picture in. He's put a picture in of his view. Hold on. Oh, I used to like you, Wilson. Look at that. You got lakes out there as well. Or is that actually? Oh, that's what leads out to the Gulf, isn't it? Then further on, I see the swimming pool, obviously. But that in the distance, is that? Yeah, that is. I don't know what you call it, but it's. Is that the Kalasachi River? Is that the Kalasachi River over there in the distance? Oh, it's Babcock Lake. All right, let's be different. Oh, I've got you. I'll get you. Oh, man. Good shout. I mean, yeah, I bet them tiles are cool underfoot on the aircon, and when you just go outside there, oh, love it. Listen, good luck to you, Wilson. Oh, it is the golf team. It's the 10th. 10th. Nice. Nice. Yeah, though, when it's a bit cooler, have 9 holes.
BNA.
Yeah, I'll be around on Monday, Wilson. I just don't know. I'm just trying to work out what's the best time to do it. It's like it's basically after I'll do the pre-market, and then it's after I've made some money. Depends if I've made it before pre-market or not. So, because once again, I haven't really taken the trade. But I made on gold this morning, so we're all good. All right, Wilson, have a good one. I'm going to wrap this up very shortly here, just after I talk to what just happened on the NQ. But take it easy, mate. Thanks for coming in. So NQ, see, I mean, that was the magnet. Now the question is, look at the futures. Look at that algo. Different. It's a different algo that's running here. That's expected price action. You can even expect this one here from this high to this low to hold best execution. Then we push and we break out of the other side of best execution because we're gunning for the magnet that is that sell side liquidity pool. So we don't know whether this is going to hold or whether it's going to crack because we've just pulled back to the previous all-time high. We are in a sell side liquidity pool that if it wants to come all the way down to fill this gap, it can do. Will it do it today? I don't know. But if it gets above 19,100, let's say, and closes, then you can go for 150s, 300s if it wants to. But what I'm looking for at the moment is to switch over to that tick chart and see, firstly, where's that best execution? Just a little bit above 1990, there or thereabouts. Oh, actually, if I should go from there. Yeah, 1990 is fine. Now, are we going to hold? I think we just double topped here, to be honest. So then we come in here, drop down here, and the first initial one is going to be right here. It's right just tacked into our 85.
BNAI.
If it closes 87 and above, then it can go for new highs again. But right now, there's a potential short on NASDAQ. And with that, I am going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Narciso, Great Scott, Wilson, who's just left. Just close his little penthouse down, penthouse picture. And it was Taquito was on. Who else we got in? Hanish was on. Hi, hello. High-minded low life. Tornik, and we had someone else in. I know. Chowin. Who was it? I'm gonna say Chowin.
BNAI.
Scrooge Max Bucks. And Chiwa. Chiwa's, I think, is definitely a futures man. So yes, brilliant. All have a great weekend, and I'll be back to you some point on Monday in Tradecaster. And look at that short. Look at that short. Look at it over on the look. Look at what's going on there. So, are we going to get it back down? This one tagged in. I'm going to keep drawing these. That's what I do. Because these are just going to get tighter and tighter when we're doing this until you break out of one and really go for it, which might be next week now. There's your buy side. So for this sale, that would be the target down there. If you break it, brilliant. But that would be the target for me. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next week. I'll see you all later. See you later.
CLEU.